Good morning. Hello, BookTube. It's Louise, the Big Head Bookworm. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day wherever it is you are and whatever it is you're doing. And what does that say? Oh, I don't think we're worried about that. Let's switch you off. There we go. There we go. Hello, BookTube. Oh, here we are. Sorry about the light. The light is rubbish today. I'm sat right in front of some windows, which you can see reflected up here. But it is raining so heavily at the moment. We've got a bit of a storm front going through at the moment. And the light is appalling. But that's the best we're going to do today. This is the best that we're going to do. So, yes. And I've got a lovely cup of coffee and I'm not with it today. But now is the time to record this because I might not be able to record it later in the even deepening gloom. And of course this is Friday the 7th of December, and so as you well know this means it's Friday Reads. It's Friday Reads, it's Friday Reads. Yes, Helena, I'm still recording. It's Friday Reads. I've just had a message from Helena on a previous... Oh, sorry. I'm arranging you now. There we go. Yes, she just put a message on another video saying, "Oh, we're still going to have Friday Reads." Yes, Helena, you are. I saw that just as I was setting this up, and I thought, well, there we go. I can answer you. I mean, I shall answer you on the on YouTube, because all my notifications for YouTube come through on my phone, so I see them all the time, and then I go in up later when I've got some time to go in and read them and comment if necessary. So do know I do read them. I do read all your comments. So yes, here we are. It's Friday Reads. I have got very little to report, if I'm honest. I have been very distracted by Vlogmas that has taken over YouTube. And I don't know how long this is going to take to process this video, because I've seen a lot of people that are doing Vlogmas are complaining about the upload times onto YouTube, the actual processing, so at the back end, not this end, that end, and saying that it's taking a while. So I'm hoping that this is going to go up okay, and it is because I think it is because of the sheer volume of videos that are being uploaded to the site, because so many people are doing daily vlogs in Vlogmas, and I am just finding them captivating. Are you? Are you being suckered into it? I know I've been putting up my book advents, and thank you everybody that has watched them and liked them and thought they were a good idea. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you've liked them. I really didn't know. The idea just popped into my head. I haven't seen anybody do a book advent before. That's not to say that they haven't. I haven't actually seen it. I've seen plenty of daily videos, but I haven't seen a book advent. And I'm so glad that you've liked them. It was lovely to do, and it was lovely to go and wander through my bookshelves. And yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? Day 5, I think it was. Somebody commented the fact that they liked the fact that the books aren't necessarily new books. And that was my one worry. That was my one, concern, that I had decided that I wouldn't do 24 new books. I don't have 24 new books that I could recommend, really, because I don't read just come out books. I read some, but I don't read. That's not the majority of my reading tends to be backlist and older books and across a variety of subjects. So that is what I wanted to highlight, because I think the new books get a natural highlight, especially on BookTube, because people get sent them or people get the rush of enthusiasm to read them, which I completely understand. But I read a lot of older books and have past books which are still favourites of mine. So I was so pleased that somebody actually said, well, I like the fact you're not just doing new books. So I was like, oh, that was it. That was my worry. You marvel. So it's been lovely, and it's been lovely to see people's comments. It's been really nice to see people saying, oh yes, I read that, and it was a good book, or yes, The Count of Monte Cristo. Ooh, that's day 5. Funnily enough, people have really liked it, and it's just such a good book. The husband watches it, and he said, I'm going to have to read it now. I was like, yes. You are. That is right. So to that husband, yes, I do think you should read it. Anyway, I've listened to podcasts this week, but I haven't really listened to my audiobook. My audiobook is Louise Penny, The Brutal Telling. I haven't really been listening to that. Been listening to podcasts, but I've been watching so much Vlogmas. And then the book I'm actually reading, I remember what I was reading last week. I'm reading A Strange Hymn by Laura Thalassa. Thalassa? That's one there. This is the Bargainer Series 2. And so it is the second book in the, after I read Rhapsodic last week. And so I'm on book 2. Can't really remember what else. I can't remember what I was reading last week. Let me have a quick look on Goodreads, and that might tell me what I've been reading. While that is booting up slowly, I did get some Harry Potter stuff. It was my last loot crate came in, and I got some Harry Potter stuff, so I'll show you this. I got a lovely phoenix pin, which is just gorgeous. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. I won't take this out, but I got a little mirror of Erised. Not sure what I'm going to do with that one. I got some A5 posters, which are very nice, but I don't think I'm going to put them up. So that's Salazar, Slytherin. So that's Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff, and Rowena Ravenclaw. It's a nice one. I like that one. So yes, I like all of those. I got a t-shirt, which actually I was going to wear today, wasn't I? No, but I didn't think about it. It's the kind of mood I'm in today. Got a t-shirt with a groovy Deathly Hallows symbol on. And this was my favourite thing. I got an umbrella. I got a Harry Potter umbrella, which I won't show you, but it's got all the house shields on it. So that is very good. And my umbrella is actually in the husband's car. So this I'm going to put in my car. And I'm very glad I got it. So that's very good. So yes, that was the last loot crate I'm getting, because you do get some things you think, what the hell am I ever going to do with that? Let's be honest. However, a nice roomy t-shirt always comes down useful. Here we are. So, Goodreads. What have I read? Well, what was I reading last week? Show me. Show me, show me. Who knows that? Anybody with small children? Oh, yes. I was reading Archangel's Prophecy, which is number 11 in the Guild Hunter series by Nalini Singh. So yes, I did finish that. I finished that over the weekend. Finished that in a bit of a gallop on Sunday. That was that done. And then honestly, I haven't really been reading much at all. And that was it. So the one thing I did want to say from comments on my book Advent was about Ian Fleming's books. So, this is the first. So I never read. I'm a huge fan of James Bond. I really like James Bond films, but I'd never read source material because I was worried that, well, I just thought they wouldn't be for me. I didn't think I would like them. I thought they would, if they were anything like the films, I wasn't going to enjoy them. So I didn't read them, especially the older ones. I just thought I'm not going to want to read those because I look back and look at some of the older films and think, the sexual politics in it are just appalling. So I thought, well, I'm not going to read those. And then I found this beautiful edition of Moonraker, published by Vintage, Red Spine Vintage, and I found it in a charity shop for 75p. And I thought, well, let's give it a go. And it was in a readathon when I had to have something that was yellow. Perfect. So I picked it up and read it. and absolutely adored it. It was one of those utterly surprising books, and I really, really loved it. It's very different than the film. And the James Bond, Ian Fleming's James Bond, is very different. So this is written in the 1950s. 1955 this came out. And it is, so the sexual politics are of that age. However, in the films, James Bond's priority seems to be spying and the ladies. You know, he is the man that men want to be and the women want to be with. You know, he is that kind of thing. Whereas the James Bond of the books, I don't get that feeling from. He is cold and ruthless. He is a spy and assassin living in a very, very morally grey world where the rules actually are very simple and that morals don't actually kind of enter into it. But they do. Because he is so cold and he is so meticulous as well. He's utterly meticulous. The descriptions in here of certain scenes is just magnificent because the detail in it is stunning. And in Casino Royale, is actually the plot in Casino Royale is very slender. It is not a kind of action-packed book. It's not a very long book actually compared to the film. And the details of the gambling and the outcomes and why somebody would do something is just so meticulously drawn. It is sparely written, but the detail is there that you can understand people's motivations. And the villains are not cartoon. There is threat, there is peril. Whereas in the films, we get used to film violence, that there is no impact because we don't see the blood and gore. We don't see actually how horrific violence is and what threat actually feels like. Whereas in these books, I actually did feel threat. I actually did feel what Bond was doing and the outcomes of it, and there were consequences, and you really felt the consequences in these books. So it's a very different experience reading the Ian Fleming books than it is watching the films, and I adore them. I really do. They're a very different kind of book than I would well, not even that I would say that I would normally read, but it's just a very different book, and I really do recommend it, even if you don't like the films, and especially for the sexual politics. The books have something different. The books have a different slant in it. They're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. No book is. But yeah, I really like them. I also do recommend them for anybody that likes John le Carré. So if you have somebody in your family that you know likes that kind of book, then the older Ian Flemings, especially as they come in beautiful editions nowadays, would be a glorious present at this time of year. Says I. And that's it. That's all I've got for you today. Friday Reads is a bit slender on the old reading front. I apologise for that. And I'm not sure it's going to get much better, actually. But I will be here on Friday Reads. And somebody else asked about the theme tune of Friday Reads. No, I'm sure there is. It comes from somewhere, but I don't know where. It was just in my head. So I just sang it. And I hope you sing along. Yes, yes, I do. And that's it. That's it, BookTube. I will be seeing you tomorrow for one of my short little book advents. And that will go all the way up to Christmas Eve. There isn't anything after Christmas Eve, so yes. And I hope you enjoy them. And I look forward to seeing you again in this kind of chatty format next Friday, when we're getting even closer and closer to the big day. It's been lovely talking to you, and I think we should do this again.